I'm back. I've got some prophecies here. They almost act like they contradict each other. And I want to say, I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again, that when you hear all the prophets prophesy, they're prophesying from different angles. It says we prophesy in part. And so we're just given the part that God's given us at that time. And when you put it all together, then you're going to have pretty much the whole thing. But there's prophecies that he's given me that as it goes, it kind of changes and it moves into different areas. And right now we're in part one part of the prophecy. And in just a little while, we're going to be in a different part of the prophecy. But they're all part of the same thing. And I'm going to show you some contrasts that he's given me over the last little while. They don't contradict each other. They only contradict each other if you're thinking one small thing. But he's prophesying about the whole world and about the church and what's going to take place. And so I'm going to show you some that the Lord's given me that are they act like they contradict each other, but they don't. It's different times and prophecies in the same season, in the same seasons. They all are connected. And I'm going to start out with a gloomy one, and because I like gloom. No. I'm just going to show you the contrast between them, and people think, well, that's just the opposite of what it is. No, it's just a part of what is. And this one says, there will be a day that will not be what some say it will be. They say it will be a day of holiness and advantage and abundance, and I can't read my handwriting. But it will not be for most. It will be a day of shortage, of hunger, a day of darkness, violence, no glory, no peace. Some will not like the day that are coming. Now, we're walking through a lot of that right now. For most of them that are standing out of the circle will not have a blessing, will not have peace. Those that are not under the blood will not. The they that are will be hid, but they that are will be hid in me. Who can tell which one it will be? He that calls on my name and is under the blood. And that's one prophecy. He's talking about days of shortage, days of all this stuff going on. And he talks about another day of judgment. There'll be a great judgment called people that are causing all this stuff. And remember that it was prophesied, I prophesied, this is Joel 2. We're walking in the light of Joel 2. And now I want to read another prophecy to you that let me see here. I thought I had three of them. Let's see. Yeah, let me read. Okay, let me read this. For that day has come to the surface, that day that the prophets were looking to. A day of the Lord that will reveal the knowledge of him that no one has seen yet. A fulfillment of all things that Jehovah has promised, that a man of God will come to, a offspring of him himself, sons and daughters, that look and act like him, with healing in their hands and life in their breath. That second Adam, a complete man in God, that was the same one that was in the garden in the beginning, with no blemish or fault. Now that's the other side. That's the other side of the prophecy. And you go, well, they're contrary to each other. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. But it's all in that sequence. It's all coming. All of it. The shortage of it and all that's coming. Now I got another one to read to you. They'll say, he's coming. He's coming. They will call out, he is coming. Do not listen to what they say. Don't listen to what they say. For when I come, all will know it. For with a, what's that? With a splash, you will see it. It will not be a secret or a guess. There will be signs in the earth and in the heavens that say, I am coming, and all will know. With a blast, that's blasting at them. No wonder I misspelled it. I had just a little loop on there. It was a P instead of a B. Anyway, and that's another one. They'll say it's coming, he's coming, he's coming. And he said, don't listen to that, because all will know that I'm coming. You won't have to listen to him. You'll see it. You'll see it in the signs in heaven. I believe, this is what he showed me, is that his prophets and his apostles, they're going to show signs in the heavens like never been seen before. They're going to demonstrate the elements by the commandments of their words, that things have never been seen before. Storms and all kinds of things they're going to create with their own words that God tells them to say. And he's going to show his power through his people that are out witnessing for him and winning souls for him. And so that's another part of it. So you got all these guys ministering prophets, and you say, well, that don't line up with that. Well, yeah, it's a part of it. Don't get confused in that. It all fits together. Try to fit it together. Don't try to move it apart. Don't try to be a disbeliever. Seek after believing. And then if you can't do it, ask the Lord. Ask the Lord, is this right, is this wrong? But don't just say, well, that guy misprophesied because he said this and this other one said that. Oh, they're just saying their part. That's all they're saying. Now this one, you're going to like and not like. This is one that it says, today is a day everyone will remember. Today is that day that will come into your memory, that will not leave. A day of joy, and for some, a day of sorrow and regret. For others, the beginning of change. My time has come. Mark this day as a day of remembrance. Mark this day as a day of remembrance. The Lord told me, he said, if you fulfill what I tell you to do, when you go into heaven, he said, people will ask you for generations to come, what was it like at that time? A day of remembrance. He said, for there'll never be another day like that day. A day of remembrance. So that's another side of that. That's another side of that story. But he said, if you'll fulfill, and I'm talking about all the prophets, all the apostles, all the pastors, if you fulfill what God's got for you during this time, people come up to you, there's generations for generations, and say, what was it like doing that time? Because there'll never be another time like this one. That's what he told me. That's pretty good. Not that there won't be better days, but it'll never be like this day. So when you hear these different prophets speak, I mean, I just spoke out several things, and I'm just one. I'm just one. And there were several angles of the thing that I just said. But if you remember in Joel 2, it says that they'll march without breaking rank, and before them will be like the Garden of Eden, and behind them a desolate place, a darkness. And so those that stay behind will be in darkness and in sorrow. But they choose. They'll choose darkness. There's a day of light and darkness coming. And you choose light, you're going to be in a blessing. Nations, he said nations will choose darkness, and nations will choose light. But the whole world will be ruled because of us. The whole world will have to be ruled because of us. Because we're using the power of God to demonstrate everything. And they won't be able to come against us this time. That's what I've been told. So it's a time to walk in. It's a time to wake up. It's a time to be what God wants you to be. It's a time to walk in the Spirit, not in the flesh. And to enjoy it. Just enjoy it, take it all in. Can you imagine? We've been looking for this day. Some people are looking for a fight. I'm looking for love. I'm looking to win people over to Jesus Christ. I'm looking to bring the Spirit of Jesus Christ in. And all will say, don't say, here he comes, because all will see him. We're bringing the Spirit of Jesus Christ in, and it's going to be a powerful thing. All right, that's it. I was told just to demonstrate the difference in the prophecies, but they're all the same period of time, the same season, as many things in it, and we're going to move right in the middle of it, I'll see you tomorrow.